Alright, I didn't do a video yesterday just because the last few days, last week, as we all have had more thinking time, and the last few months as well for me personally. You really reflect on, especially at the minute now, with all the nice things people are doing for each other, whether that's getting your neighbours shopping, or as my mum's brothers do when they drive past her house, beep the horn to let her know they're okay and they're going past. Little nice things. With everything that's going on at the minute, more people are doing more nice things, which is really nice. Nice. It made me think that there's lots of nice people out there, lots of nice things. But sometimes it doesn't matter how nice you are to some people, they always take it for granted or take it as the norm, and when the norm variates for whatever reason, whether you're going through a hard time or you're stressed, sometimes they can react. So it's more a message for those people who are probably too nice. Don't take the shit. And that might be scary. That might be really scary. For whatever reason, it might be, I'm going in a new field, I'm going on an adventure, and that might be a friend you've had for a very long time, that might be a partner, might be a wife, a husband, and there'll come a point where you're not happy, and you feel like they're taking advantage of you. But don't be scared to stand up for yourself and put yourself first, which now you have the opportunity. And it might not just be a personal relationship, it might be employment, it might be a health issue, it could be many things. But there will come a point where the penny will drop, and with all this extra time now we all have, and hopefully all this extra support we all have, don't be afraid to make these big decisions. Whether that's trying something new or stopping something old which isn't right for you, don't be afraid to make that jump, because there's people out there who will support you. Channel your nice energy, your positive energy into something else. Something we've all done recently, where we've all pumped positive energy and thanks is into the NHS, which is brilliant. But actually something we're all guilty of is taking the NHS for granted. This is the point where most of you will probably switch off. But there's one thing we can all do differently: support the NHS in the long run, not just for the next 3 weeks or 3 months, however long this coronavirus semi-lockdown thing will go on. The clap at 8 o'clock last Friday was fantastic. There was the pictures of Boris Johnson outside 10 Downing Street clapping. I sat there thinking, really? Boris? Yeah, you're the Prime Minister. But in 2017, Boris Johnson, along with many, many other Tories, voted against a pay rise for the very staff he was clapping. And yet there he is, thanking them for all their hard work and saving us. And he has the cheek to do that, yet not only deny them all a pay rise, laugh at them. For those who don't know what I'm on about, Google it. Go on YouTube, you'll see it. 2017, the Tory party had a vote whether to pay the NHS, police, all of those types of civil servants, give them a pay rise, and they voted against it. And not only did the Tory government vote against it, they laughed when the vote came in. They laughed at these people not just not getting a pay rise, but effectively giving them a pay cut because of inflation. And yet now, at a time of national disaster with coronavirus, where we need them to save our lives, Boris Johnson's life, now he's got coronavirus, we realise what an asset they are. And yet we all take them for granted. So I hope the support for them carries on long after coronavirus has gone away. And I took them for granted, everybody has. But I guess the second message from this video, before I get lost in this new field, so the first message was, it's okay to stop doing something just because it's the norm. It's okay to realise that actually you're being too nice to somebody or something and they just use you as an emotional punch bag. It's okay to make that change. Do it now. Watch the people around you to support you. And the second thing, look at how the Tory government over the last 10 years have treated the NHS and stripped them of resources and money. And when the next general election comes, maybe think twice about voting Tory if you love the NHS. Because the Tories haven't loved the NHS for a very, very long time. Until now, when their own personal lives are at risk. Yeah. I wish Boris Johnson all the best in getting better from coronavirus. And I'm sure the NHS will do that for him. Let's hope the next time they have a vote on whether they should give the NHS pay rises, they don't all vote against it and then laugh at them. Laugh at the nurses and the doctors who saved their lives. But yeah. I'm lost, so I'm going to go now. See you later.